Okay, so I'm starting. Being everyone. So the comment is for the comment is first we have a welcome by Dr. Abhinav Pandya, and then we have our by Kundana and then keynote address by Major General Rajan Kochhar sir, and then we have vote of thanks. So first I'll invite Abhinav Pandya for the welcome remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Preeti. Am I audible?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Am I audible? Yes,
Binav.
Thank you. First of all, a very, very warm welcome to all of you, General Rajan Kochhar, Kundanaji, and all our scholars. And I must say that it's a matter of great pleasure and pride for us because we have completed, this is the fourth edition of our Usanas Scholars program. We have been running this program for last 4 years, and we have covered different topics under this program. Previously, we did on the general themes on the current developments in international relations, changing world order. After that, our next program was on terrorism and counterterrorism trends. So the whole idea behind running this scholars program is to take the discourse on international relations beyond the national capital city. As we are all aware, General Rajan Kochhar is associated with many think tanks. He sits in Delhi, and definitely he gets to attend many events related to international relations. Same Kundana sir also attends many events nationally, and so we can see that the entire discourse on international relations, national security, and foreign policy is mostly confined to Delhi-centric think tanks, and it's centered in Delhi, and also the universities in Delhi. The world is changing. The way social media has impacted our lives, I can confidently say that the national security and foreign policy is not something which is just confined to the policy makers in the government or the think tanks. So this is an area which is impacting the common people, and we can see the result in the form of n number YouTube podcast videos and also the article. In fact, today, these days, the podcasts which are being telecasted from small cities of India, they cover the crucial aspect of international relations and geopolitics. And
Just
let's issues. So that's the main idea, and so far we have received, I must say, a very encouraging response from the scholars and from academics in the smaller towns for this scholars program. And apparently say that we have very people participating in this program. So quite surprised to see people from the armed serving officers joining this course, international students, and even people like who are religious monks. I mean, that was equally amusing. People who completely abandoned the worldly life and who are in a spiritual form of life, things unfolding around us. This year, our theme was artificial intelligence and global security. And I also, and as I mentioned in my initial, the opening remarks when the program began, that artificial intelligence is going to completely revolutionize the world of international affairs. Henry Kissinger, just I would say a few months before his death, explicitly said that so far we all the experts have been analyzing and strategically forecasting events in world affairs, but in the future we don't know what artificial intelligence is going to unfold, and this is going to be a very fast changing world, and that we are seeing already. So the artificial diverse aspects of human society, but in this scholars program we focus mostly on this intelligence and internal security, on artificial intelligence and immigration, drone warfare, artificial intelligence and other terrorist actors. Diverse aspects were covered by several eminent experts, giving an excellent overview of how artificial of global security and how it needs to be, and the approach that we must have while understanding and while internalizing its impact. Police IPS, retired IP officers and generals, General Khandare spoke. Then we had people from the industry side. Mr. Soumitra Poddar joined, Dr. Savita Kriplani joined, and Mr. Sanjay Pawar joined. So we had all kinds of experts. We had foreign experts who gave lectures in this program. Dr. Vanessa joined from the US. She has worked for several years now. And Mr. Leonid Nassisian joined some drones and mostly on the use of drones by Russians and Ukrainians in the war going on in Europe. So wide program which covered almost all aspects, and we all got in a very interesting mix of scholars this year. We had people joining from I mean, they are Australian citizens, but and residing in India, but they joined program. There's Haq, who has traveled very widely. He has lived in Saudi. He currently we were joined by Vishal from the corporate side. So today we have a convocation ceremony of delighted to have this. We are joined by General Kochhar. We want to invite General Kochhar to our event for a very long time. I have had a long association with General Kochhar. We've been together several panels on various international issues, and his key to some interest in pursuing the security issues and also disseminating that knowledge field. That's very encouraging and it's very inspiring. So we requested him to join us. Our invitation. So today he's with us. So with this, I don't want to take much time. So Mr. Kundal, with this course, Vitti Foundation has been we have collaborated with Vitti Foundation and University Mumbai in this program on artificial intelligence. And I'll begin with my heartfelt thanks to Kundanji for supporting on this in this program and also for delivering an amazing lecture. So I'll request Kundanji to share his opening remarks.
Yeah, thank you, Abhinav. Are you able to hear me? Okay, wonderful.
Yes, we are.
Okay, wonderful. So this was an amazing initiative, and I think Abhinav has covered all across. Obviously, our passion is AI. And the way we look at it, that India is far left behind into the AI transformation which is happening, and we have to play a lot of catch up. One of the area which we need definitely to catch up is to see that our people who are at a strategic positions or even tactical and operational level, obviously needs to be trained upon, but its strategic levels definitely need to be trained upon on to be made understand the impact of AI and what exactly and how AI is walking in. Okay, it's a huge transformation. People are afraid that will take away jobs, but job, I believe, is only the initiation of it. Probably we are at stake. We humans are at stake now. And today only I published one article on the unitary robotics robots of G1, which China has now brought it as a regiment inside, and the kind of capability which these physical AI. I mean, that's the next level of transformation of AI from the large reasoning models, which we know as Chat GPT and all. Now it is moving to the next level, which we call it a physical AI. And that means everything around us is going to become smarter, will have a reasoning capability, and which will also have a reptilian brain. So we humans have got a reptilian brain where we breathe, we walk, we stand, all that is controlled by that. And that layer is now being developed. Along with that, on top of it, the reasoning capability, the capability of processing humongous amount of data, where our cognition phase that kind of merger is happening, which we need to be aware of. And I think people need to be trained, and this kind of decimation of information need to be done on a regular basis. And I will request Abhinav to think about it and see that yes, this time we have gone ahead and delivered a whole scholarship program on this. But can we keep it? Can we keep it on doing it for our serving officials, from officials from defense and bureaucracy, even our political leadership, to be made aware of that AI transformation and the way AI is coming in. And the time span is very, very short because this transformation is coming in very, very fast. And that is something which we need to decimate on. Thanks, Avinav. Thanks for taking this lead up. And I believe you will keep the lead ongoing. And whatever support is required from our end, we are always there with you. Thank you. Thank you, Riksha.
You're
Now,
muted.
am I audible,
Yeah,
sir?
yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Kundan sir, for your opening remarks. Now I'll just introduce Major General Rajan Kochhar. Uh, Major General Rajan Kochhar is a former MGAOC Central Command and former Director NIT Business School, Greater Noida, and advisor UPSC, Board Member Advisory Council, Indian Institute of Finance Business School, and consulting partner Must Manage Intellect. He is also the directing staff with USI for DSSC exam and Vice Chairman National Council for News and Broadcasting, as well as Vice Chairman of All India Council for Human Rights and Social Justice. He is a known international affairs and defense expert. His recent book, Breaking the Chinese Myth, is a bestseller on Amazon. He has also written over 200 papers and articles on national security, defense, modernization, operational logistics, geopolitics, and international affairs, published in journals of repute. He is a distinguished member with Manohar Parrikar Institute of Defense Studies and Analysis, USI Center for Joint Warfare Studies, and Society of Aerospace, Maritime, and Defense Studies, and a senior advisor with Defense Research and Studies. He is also the chief patron of International Institute of Influencer. He is the recipient of Vashisht Seva Medal awarded by the President of India and Army Commander's Commendation twice. He has also been awarded with Global Legion Peace Award, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Award, Bharat Gaurav Award, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Awards by reputed organization for his sterling contribution towards national building. So thank you so much for joining today, and over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Betty. Thank you very much. You at the outset, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, loud and clear.
Yes.
Sir.
Okay. At the outset, I wish to thank Abhinav
Yes.
and for this wonderful initiative because this is a very important subject or a technology where Kundana ji has rightly said that a lot is to be done. And this kind of awareness which your organization is endeavoring to do, I must compliment you for that. And the Usanas Foundation has taken a leap forward, and I think all like-minded professionals like me should support this cause. And also, this is an opportunity for the various scholars and researchers to participate and present their thoughts and ideas. Extremely important. Uh, we are all aware artificial intelligence has taken the world by storm. It has revolutionized our thinking and has enabled the human mind to solve and analyze issues in a short span of time. Chat GPT is a recent example which has been extensively used by all researchers and many such applications are available today. And the OODA cycle, as we say, the OODA cycle of decision making, where the observe, orient, decide, and act, which we often use in the armed forces to take a decision on the battlefield. That OODA cycle has been shortened, transformed, and decision making is now much faster, easier, and accurate. It is also, I was going through the brochure, and very heartening to see the choice of the subjects which have been selected, which ventures into the realms of geopolitics, intelligence, and defense. And in today's context, it is extremely relevant to understand uh, how a nation can blend its defense systems, because since I've been associated with the Indian Army for 37 years, and with all the kind of equipment which we have in the Indian Army, you see, unfortunately, we have not been able to blend technology with our weapon systems. So now here is an opportunity for us. Second is our intelligence operations, because today we are seeing the kind of threat perception we have on our borders today. So all our intelligence operations and our warfare with technologies like AI, machine learning, blockchain, quantum computing, and the Internet of Things. And I must confess that with the advent of these technologies, the nature of warfare and operational art has undergone a great transformation, as we saw in Operation Sindoor, that being a non-contact war, how technology played a very important role. And I'm reminded of the great scholar Sun Tzu, which we were all, have actually read. So I've taken out a few things which he has said to make it more relevant for us to understand how important AI actually can be. The first thing he says is, he will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. So, uh, how do we come to know that when to fight and when not to fight? China is a classic example. We have observed in Taiwan also how he is applying these principles, and he is ensuring that he can achieve his objective without firing a bullet. Next thing Sun Tzu says, he will win who knows how to handle the superior and the inferior forces. Try to understand this thought. Uh, Superior as well as inferior forces. Operation Sindoor was a classic example of that, and that is how we won the tactical battle. Next, he says he will win whose army is animated by the same spirit throughout the ranks. Uh, a classic example of the Israeli army today. Throughout the ranks, they are highly motivated soldiers, and that is why they achieve their aims. And lastly, he says he will win who prepared himself and waits to take the enemy unprepared. So, the essence of all this, if you see, and if you try to relate it to the present times, technology and especially artificial intelligence will play an extremely important role. Today, we are in an era of autonomous AI power systems such as direct energy weapons, laser guided weapons, UAVs, drones we talked about, which can pose a great risk, acting beyond the human mind and human control. And especially these autonomous systems at times, they have independent intelligence of their own, as well as the decision making your capability. So, considering these factors and uh, relevance of technology and the relevance of subjects which have been outlined in the Scholar program, I would like to relate this to the geopolitical environment of our subcontinent and the threat perceptions which we have today. You are all aware that India has a land border of 15,000 square kilometers and a maritime border of 7,500 kilometers. How do we ensure and surveillance, reconnaissance, and intelligence of these borders? So, technology here is the role of the AI, and we are all aware that we are functioning in a gray zone environment today, where the non-state actors, because we just talked about the non-state actors also, the non-state actors are going to dictate the outcome of warfares. We've had a number of examples of our nation. We had Uri, we had Pulwama, we had Pelgam, and we saw how the non-state actors destabilized the national security of nations, especially India. So challenges are immense, and the areas I would like our young researchers and scholars here to work on is intelligence, hybrid challenges, and how do we identify these non-state actors, because that is an extremely important this thing. And I was also impressed by the pedagogy of the course, because in your pedagogy of the course, you have made use of case studies, group discussions, scenario building, and brainstorming techniques. So these are extremely important because the human mind, remember, has a great potential. This potential has only been tapped not more than 10%. In most of us, we have not been able to tap our human mind beyond 10%. So now is the time to start getting into these techniques to take out maximum from the human mind. And the next important aspect, again, I would like to emphasize here is the cyber security aspects, because we are living in an era where any war, if it has to happen, it will start with cyber warfare. We have seen the example of the Ukraine-Russian war, how the Russian initiated the war through a cyber strike. So this is an area where we need to have better systems in the country, and forums like yours and you initiatives like yours can make a great difference. There was a mention of social media also here, and I would like to emphasize on that also, because today building of narratives is extremely important, and I would request Abhinav here to take on in his next edition of his scholar program a session on building of narratives, because we have seen in Operation Sindoor how we lost the narrative in spite of winning the war, because today the wars are won in the minds of the people. In a non-contact 4-day war where no loss of territory was involved, how do we tell the world that we have won the war, or Pakistan has lost the war? So it is this narrative, and Pakistan is way ahead in terms of strategic communication. We are aware that DG ISPR is on a very strong footing, because they started working on this almost 20 years back. Never too late, I would say that. And I want the young people to start coming in. There is a new organization which has come up in Army Headquarters, Delhi. I interact with them on a daily basis. And this organization has a young officer there now, posted. It is known as the Strategic Communication Wing of the Indian Army. And I would want young scholars from here who have the inclination, who have the talent, who have the skills to get involved with our strategic communication organization of the Indian Army, and build it up to an extent that we can pose a challenge to Pakistan, because today the non-kinetic part of the war is getting more emphasis, because what happens in an Indo-Pakistan war, these wars will not go for long, because none of the two nations have the capability to fight long wars, because of our own defense ecosystems. So it is very, very important to focus on this narrative part of the war, and for that we need to have specialists, people who know what to do and how to do it. Therefore, in my ultimate analysis, I would like to say that technology such as artificial intelligence, quantum computing, can be both transformative and disruptive at the same time, because we see fake news also, we see memes also, and we can see Donald Trump talking something, but actually he's not Donald Trump, but he's so convincing. He seems to be Donald Trump, and it is there on the social media everywhere. So it is a learning for us, because this AI is becoming disruptive. It is tending to target the mind of our young people with hate, and hate in terms of religion, in terms of caste, in terms of our uh, upbringing, society. And therefore I feel a civil society has to play a very important role. Our NSA has made a mention of that number of times, that civil society is going to play a very important role as far as India is concerned, and you are part of the civil society today. So through this forum, I would like to exhort each one of you to come forward, be a part of our team. A soldier may not necessarily be a man in uniform and a man belonging to the Indian Army. You are also cyber warriors. You are also as good as our own soldiers in a uniform, and you can contribute a lot, and there is much to do. And I would conclude by saying that there is a website, Army Design Bureau, which is headed by a major general in the army, and he looks into all startups, all MSMEs who are willing to address the problem statements which have been given on the website. Once you open that website, you will see hundreds of problem statements of the Indian Army. You are there on that website. So I would request that if we can pick out a few of those problems, and if in this forum of ours we can give it to our research scholars to start actually working on that, maybe some ideas, some bright ideas, innovations, may emerge. So that's it, and I want to thank Abhinav once again for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Sorry, I am down with viral. I'm having 100 fever, but I didn't want to disappoint Abhinav. I said I must come here and speak to all your scholars and share my thoughts with you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot for your insightful remarks. And also, I mean, this means a lot to us, and we cancel. In your remark, I would like to mention that in our annual geopolitical on war of perception, and that dialogue uh,
Unfortunately, I can't hear you.
just ideas of that option. I'll fix it. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah. Now it's yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. Thank you. Sorry, there was a technical glitch. Uh, uh, General Kochhar, I mentioned about the war of perception. That idea you brought in your discussion is a crucial idea. And in our this year's Mana Pratap Annual Geopolitics Dialogue, now, that's our annual flagship conference on international relations and security issues. We are going to have a session on war of perception. We organized that dialogue in collaboration with the Ministry of External Affairs, and it's a very prestigious international dialogue with experts from coming from various parts of the world. So we look forward to. I mean, I'll get back to you with the proper brochure, and once we have all the sessions finalized, and we'll be honored if you can join us. Okay, in that.
Definitely.
We come to the
Definitely.
last part of. Yes, thank you. Now we come to the last part of this convocation ceremony. First of all, my heartfelt congratulations to all the Usanas fellows, and also my sincere thanks for showing your trust in this program. And I hope you enjoyed the program. You liked the Usana this AIN Global Security Program. And I would also like to come to you. You have attended most of the sessions, all the sessions, in fact, and you got a chance to listen to the thoughts of different eminent experts. So please feel free to share your thoughts in general about the program and also about the themes. I mean, which topic do you like the most? Any future research interest in AI and global security, and also your thoughts on the general themes of the subject. Please feel free to share your thoughts. Should I invite or I'll just, I mean, should I leave it to you? I guess we can start with Aprajita. Are you there, Aprajita?
I am here. Good evening, Abhinav, and to my batchmates here on Usanas. First of all, thank you very much, General Major. Apologies for your wonderful words of encouragement, and I hope you get well soon. And thank you, everybody. Zak, Vishal, Harshbarga, Ruchika, Abhinav, obviously, for the wonderful sessions. I think it was a month long, but it was very intensive. One thing I really learned, and it's I guess it's an extension from my thesis program from IIM Calcutta, which was to do with cyber terror financing. But when you get into the networks, and that's something I learned from this particular course, was the strategic aspects of warfare. And basically, I think what General Major was also mentioning, that regarding how do you turn your own people against you because of the strategic warfare that's there. I think it's known as strategic autonomy or strategic communications.
Yes.
Kundana sir mentioned that earlier on, and this was something very important because my background is in psychology. So most of the war is basically won from the mind first, and even if you have all the tactical and operations things in place, but your one decision can completely turn that around in a different manner, and it can basically make you question a lot of your decisions from a community perspective and also your allegiance perspective. So I thought that this particular uh, uh, session was very interesting, and then that led to the subsequent sessions later on. The tactical operations. One thing I loved about this program was it was. I mean, obviously, I'm not from a defense background, but the integrated parts of the course. Where you spoke about technology and then there was immigration, how it basically comes together to provide that framework for national security. So I'm very interested in cyber terror financing, but then obviously from this course I realized that it cannot be done in isolation. So, counteracting cyber terror financing cannot be done just by understanding the financial aspects or AI. It has to be done with respect to understanding the networks that come in, the various forms of AI that come in terms of radicalization, and the websites that are changed into different formats. So a lot of the things were very interesting that this course brought up. So I'd like to really thank you for this opportunity, and I wish you all the best with you. I think your fourth edition, Abhinav. I thought this was a third edition.
Yes. Fourth edition, yeah.
For the next one, right? This was the third edition. Am I correct?
Yes, yeah. Third, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank
You so much.
Thank you. So now, Vaishali, Zahak, Rohan, please feel free to share your thoughts. I mean, there's nothing formal here, so
Thank you, Abhinav. I really appreciate the course. Even before you started the course, I was a bit curious. I wanted to join this, and I really enjoyed this course. I took down the note. I It helped me, especially when I write around India, and mainly on the AI stuff. Something that I could connect with, and I really appreciate you that. You want to pick up the best people as the tutors, as the instructors. It's very tough. It's not easy to do that. And as I told you earlier, that you really did hard work, especially you and the Usanas team, to get the best people to teach this course. And thank you for that. And I thank the Usanas.
thank you. Thank you, Zahak. I think there's some network problem. Can you hear me?
Really, you're audible,
Yeah.
Abhinav.
Yes, please. Thank you. So, Rohan, Vaishali, Vishal, please feel free.
Hello, sir, Rohan here. I have to thank you for the opportunity to give us the opportunity to interact with so many interesting people with their experiences. I myself was just working on my dissertation on information warfare and the aspects of narratives, which have been very well picked up on on the conferences. So very well, th much thank you for providing us with the opportunity, and looking forward to many more ahead.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Vishal?
Hello, everybody. So
Vaishali, yeah.
I happen to be from the armed forces, and I'm currently posted in Kashmir. My aim behind doing this course was not anything theoretical or any degree or anything as such. I have just done this course for the purpose of knowledge and education, because AI is all around us, and the information is huge, and it isn't piecemeal. So I wanted something really structured and pertaining to defense. So when I came across this course, I was really excited because the topics really pertained, a lot of them, to the armed forces, which were really relevant to my field of service. So I would really like to thank the Usanas Foundation, and I'm also looking forward to future courses. Dr. Pandey, I have also read your book on Jaish-e-Mohammed. So compliments
Thank you.
to that, because once I landed in Kashmir, it was a totally different ball game from all other theaters that I have served in. So that book served as a starter for me to learn about the terrorism in the valley. And I am also looking forward to more such works on terrorism and counterterrorism per se. Uh, and really thankful for this course. It was really nicely structured, and it was a great opportunity to interact with so many people and have their views pertaining to AI. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Vaishali. Where are you posted in Kashmir?
I am in Tangdhar Valley, the northernmost.
Tangdhar. You are in
Yes.
Tangdhar Valley. So are you with the RR units, right? Eh?
No, I am in ordnance. I am currently in an ammunition point.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Because I have frequented that area like any. I'm in love with that area. And my other two books, Terror Financing in Kashmir and India and exploration. If you get a chance, please try to get them. I'm sure you like it because they deal with the terror financing nuances.
Definitely. I'm actually, because since I'm here, and drugs apparently is a very big problem in this particular sector.
Yeah.
And all the
Yes.
infiltration happens
Yo-
through this place. So I'm actually looking forward to reading something pertaining to financing of
Yeah.
this.
I have discussed the drug section from the Titwal sector, how they smuggle drugs when the families meet, and also how they bring in the entire area, the distance between the fencing and the area where the shepherds come, all those minor discussed in my book on terror financing. And I'm really happy to know that you're working in Kashmir because of that area, Tangdhar and all that. I mean, I area.
I'm sure definitely I'll get my hands on the book and
So once
give
again,
you a
wishes
feedback.
if anyone wants to share. Thank you very much. Anyone else? If you want to share your thoughts, please feel free. Rohan, Rohan already shared. Uh, Vishal, okay. Thank you. So for today's convocation ceremony, my heartfelt congratulations. We'll be sending the certificates to all of you very soon. And regarding the future events, so currently we are preparing for our annual foreign policy dialogue, the Maharana Pratap annual geopolitics dialogue. That's a very, I would say, interesting event, and we do it with the ministry, as I mentioned earlier. We're going to have various sessions on various themes like war of perception, geopolitics, and on technology, network-centric warfare, and one whole segment dedicated to terrorism and counterterrorism, which will have like 3 to 4 sessions, and also some other sessions on the narrative building in India's soft power. So we'll be coming out with its registration link very soon. If you like, please register for the event and you'll get a chance to network with lots of experts coming from various parts of the world and also from our Indian think tank circuit. And we are also going to launch another course on terror that'll be on terrorism and counterterrorism in particular. And most likely, we are going to do it with a very prestigious university from Israel. So we'll have a lot of experts from Israel to deal with various aspects of terrorism. There'll be segments on West Asian terror groups like Hamas and Hezbollah, then a segment on South Asian terror groups and radicalization in South Asia, then something on the history of Jewish-Palestinian conflict. It'll be a very focused fellows program for on counterterrorism and terrorism only. So we'll be coming out with its brochure very soon. If you want, please register for that. No? And we promise to bring the best. This time we'll have more of, because since this AI program was more of a generic one, but the one coming on terrorism and counterterrorism will be more specific, like people who want to pursue a career in this field or at least have a better understanding. So we'll have some sort of simulation exercises also in this program on terrorism and counterterrorism. Thank you very much. Thank you, General Rajan Kochhar. Thank you, Kundanji. Thanks a lot to Usanas team. And once again, heartiest congratulations to all the Usanas fellows. Thank you.
So I'll send the certificates to all the fellows, scholars, very soon. So you will be getting the drive link where you get the PDF of your certificate. It's going to be uploaded in 1 or 2, 3 days. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.